They call me day and night for advice and counsel. Tomorrow morning, I'm flying to Detroit, and there's a preacher flying all the way from Virginia to meet me in Detroit tomorrow morning to spend about 30 or 45 minutes with me because he has trouble in his church and needs somebody to... I've cried over preachers, and this is the gospel truth. I've never found a preacher in these last 8 years in trouble when I haven't tried to help him, and honest to goodness I have. And I've gone, and my own kids hardly even have a dad. Why? Only why? Because my country's about to go. That's why. I've said time and time again, when I give my Bible to old Dave for the last time and say, Doc, your dad's preached his last sermon, I want to be able to look him square in the eye and say I did the best I could to keep you from the guillotine. I got 2 little grandbabies. I wanted to have a chance. I want Linda and Cindy to have a chance. I want all of our kids to have a chance. The only simple truth is, people that put out this filth and this rot and this garbage would take away from the precious young ladies in this room tonight who have dreams. Of course you have dreams. You have dreams of someday standing here at the altar, giving yourself to the man of God's choosing. Of course you have dreams of someday having a baby of your own and a home of your own. Of course you have dreams of someday coming and putting your baby in the church nursery. Of course you have dreams. You have dreams of someday taking your own child out to Hammond Baptist Grade School and proudly putting that child. I told the deacons last night, they're having trouble with the traffic out there. The moms bringing their kids for the first time in the kindergarten, pre-kindergarten, they're stopping and getting out of the cars and going in and being sure the kids are in okay. And the deacon said, what are we going to do about it? I said, just wait a few months. After they've been in school a while, they'll slow down to 30 and say, jump, kid. Remember that first baby you had? Huh? Brought him home from the hospital, put 18 blankets around him with the furnace going. Remember? And you had time for the bottle? What'd you do? You warmed it just right. Well, when I was a young man, you'd warm it in a pan of water. And then you'd pour it on your arm, be sure it was okay. It was okay. And you'd hold the thing and sit there and rock. And I used to sing for Becky, good little girls don't cry, 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 cry. Good little girls don't cry, cry, cry. Becky's not a good girl. And now that's the first one. That's the first one. How about the second and third and fourth and fifth and sixth, Cal Streeter? What do you do then? You put some little metal birds up there to float around all the time. If he cries, you get a pacifier stick in his mouth. If he wakes up for his midnight 2 o'clock bottle, what do? You get a Pepsi Cola, stick in his mouth, and prop it up against a pillow. That's what you do. So when you burp him, let him take 6 or 8 bottles and burp him 6 or 8 times, all at one time. I know you got some dreams, and I want you to have a chance to see them fulfilled. Now, there's another thing, too. But it's in the house, they'll kill you. Well, I'm almost 49. I've lived a full life. God's been good to me. I've preached more sermons than any living American man, I'm sure. I'd 10,000 times rather die fighting this kind of garbage than live cutting my messes and compromising. I want our folks to have a chance. Our little kids, our young people. You know that young people in our church that enrolled in college this year, you know how old they were when I became their pastor, some of them? One and 2 years old. I've seen them grow up. I want them to have a right. So often, I come in late. Night after night I've done this. I've come in late at night, flown most of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe come in. I've gotten my car at the airport. I've driven to Hammond. I've driven by many of your houses, many of our young people. And I've said, oh God, help me to be the kind of prophet across this nation that'll help my people have a chance. I've seen some little girls give up babies. I've seen it. Some young ladies in this room right now. Some of the dearest friends I have on the face of the earth. Some of the sweetest friends. Some of the sweetest girls I know. Some of the most precious young ladies I know in the whole world are sitting in this room right now. And they have little babies they'll never see. They come to my office and say, Brother Hyles, I'm going to have a baby. We cry together. And I say, don't keep it. let some good Christian family adopt it. Don't keep it. They'll come to my office every week. Some of them will have an appointment with them for 7 or 8 months. Depends on how much time is left before the baby's due. I cut up with them. They come in there, you know, real big. I'll teach you something about that sometime. And real big. And I'll grin at them. I said, you're gaining weight. You got to go on a diet. I'll tell one of them, I just got a call from the Chicago Bears. They're looking for a tackle. And they'll laugh. And they love me. And I've been their friend. I've stood at this bus station twice since I've been pastor here and waved goodbye to little girls expecting babies. I stood over here one day at St. Catherine's Hospital and saw a little lady take her baby she'd just given birth to and give it to someone in Grimace, and that baby is in another state. I was preaching the day in another state. A good-looking little boy, about 12 years old, came up and said, do you know who I am? And I said, no. He said, I'm the baby that you saw given away 12 years ago. And I thought about that mother. Wonder where she is. Wouldn't you love to see him? I've seen enough of that. I don't want all of our young people to give birth to them and have some dirty, rotten communists take them away and put them in some home somewhere or in some communal. I don't want that. Listen to me for a minute. I'd lay down and die if I could. It'd help. I believe my life is doing more good than my death would, but I'd be glad to die if it'd help. I mean it. I've already decided. I've got a list of things I'd die for written down in my office. So why'd you make a list? Because I want to know what I'm going to die for. I don't want to go off half-cocked someday and die and say, uh-oh. If I ever die, I'm going to die on purpose, boy. And if somebody sticks that gun to me, I'm going to say, hold it. Let me see if that's on my list. I'm not as dumb as I look, boy. I hope you're not. But I've made up my mind. My heart's fixed. I know what I'm going to do. When David played on the high school basketball team, Hammond Baptist High School, say, did he make the first team? Sure, I'm superintendent of schools, ain't I? They played 64 games, I think, in those 2 years he started. on the basketball team. I was there at tip-off one time. Then couldn't stay the whole game. Every kid in the team had his dad there. Except Dave, I was off somewhere trying to stir some preachers. Brother Hyles, I wish I was lucky as you. Wish I could travel. You been to Arizona? Yeah. What's the Grand Canyon look like? Have no idea. You been to California? Los Angeles? Yeah. What's Hollywood look like? Never saw it. Been to Miami? Sure, many times. Well, what does Miami Beach look like? I don't know. Never saw it. You been to Los Angeles? Yeah. What does Disneyland look like? I don't know. Never saw it. Passed by it. Never seen it. Said, what does Knott's Berry Farm look like? Stayed right across the street from it 2 whole weeks. Never went inside of it. I don't know.